So it's easy a little bit for people to go through life and playing it safe. After high school, there's like a little bit of a blueprint to success that people can travel. You go to college, do your 4 years. Hopefully you get out and make enough money to pay the debt you created. You get a nice cushion job where you can get benefits, 3-week vacation, and a nice pension for the time you retire. And maybe you meet a girl along the way, maybe not. You wake up early to go to make sure that you get to your job on time, to make sure you can leave on time. Go fuck off, Brian. To make sure that you can leave on time. When you get out, you go make sure that you can catch your shows, and sure enough, you made it. You're living the American dream, man. You did it. You got yourself a job. You're successful. All that good stuff. And nobody really goes through life taking risks. After high school was over for me, I knew that I wanted to be a fighter really bad. At the time, it was like not the most popular career choice. Actually, at that time, the only person I ever knew to make it as a fighter was Chris Camozzi, and thank you in a sense really kept me going. Everyone was working a job and like fighting part-time. I knew I wanted to be a fighter, but I figured the likeliness of it like happening or me making that of being an amateur was pretty slim. I pursued fighting with like a million backup plans, man. I was taking promotions at my job as soon as I could. I was taking full credit classes. I was still fighting, still winning amateur fights, or still fighting amateur, and eventually I'd turn pro. But even when I started off turning pro, man, I was just looking for any kind of way of validation or any way of just like, all right, well, I'm succeeding, I'm doing okay, and like, but like I said, fighting's not the best sport for all that stuff. So like I said, I was just chasing the dream, but I was chasing it half-heartedly, and I was putting like 10% into school. I was staying up all night, I was working overnights, and then I was training when I could, or training as much as I could, and I was just half-heartedly chasing everything that wasn't really fighting. Like I said, I was just trying to validate investing in myself and what I loved. Growing up, I was a big boxing fan. There was always a little bit of a saying that the poorer the boxer, the poorer the neighborhood, the better the boxer there is. And you look at the greats like Manny, Mayweather, De La Hoya, all these people that came up from being super poor and grew up to be one of the best, wealthiest fighters and just all-around athletes there ever was. They're all examples of just poor people that rose up the economic scale and thriving. And I was just thinking, like, does a poor neighborhood create a tougher kid? Like, in a little bit, I'd say so. When you're starting off from behind, you have to fight and work for everything. You want a better education, you have to go to a different school, to take a bus to a different school, to take these extra classes, and you want a car, you better walk your ass to go get a job, and you better save up that money so you can get a car. Being broke created a sense of urgency and a little bit of a lack of options. Your options are a little bit less when you don't have as much to work with. So when you don't have options, you don't have anything to get away of like your plan A in a sense, you know what I'm saying? In 1519, Captain Hernan Cortez landed and Veracruz began his great conquest. Upon arriving, he looked at his soldiers and gave the orders to his men to burn the ships. His soldiers looked at him puzzled as he continued to order them down to burn the ships. At this point, he took away the only option for himself and his soldiers to retreat. Retreat's easy when you have the option to. When there is a safety net and there's like a backup plan or something, or like just a backup plan just in case something goes wrong, it's easy to kind of look at that and just take that way out. It's a scary situation with a rope or not. No matter what, when you get halfway up that mountain, your arms are getting tired, your grips are getting worn down. With the safety rope, I can like step up, climb up to that mountain, maybe set a personal new goal, and then come back tomorrow or the next day or whatever. But when you don't have that safety rope, all you have is now and how far you can push yourself, and you'll push yourself further than you can ever know without that safety rope. I think people push themselves hard and push themselves to the best of their effort, but I think without a safety net, you'll be surprised how far you can really go, and there is no turning back. When there is no turning back. If you give a dream less than 100%, it's giving the rest to your opponent. Don't cheat yourself by not believing in yourself to the fullest and living your life like everyone does, and that's safe. And at this point, I do want to commend a few people that I do know that chase their dream, and one of them just standing right in front of you, Jordan, quit his job. He said, fuck it, man, I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing right now. I'm going to do what I want to do and chase the dream and chase what I love. And I can tell he's a lot happier now, and he's making it successful. He's successful now, and he's making money doing what he wants to do and love. And the next, one of the better examples I've ever met is, I don't know if you met Ian when he first came here, but Ian came here fresh out of prison, was an amateur working roofing, a little bit part. And as an amateur, probably like 2-0, he's like, fuck this job, I quit. I'm just gonna look for a bunch of sponsors I'm chasing full time because I'm gonna be the champion of the world one day. And when he first did that shit, I was just like, how the fuck can anybody quit their job right now? Like, how can anybody like just pursue something without, like, so blindly, without any like backup? But then next thing you know, he's turning pro, he's running through the pro circuit. Next thing you know, he's knocking someone out in LFA, and next thing you know, he's top fucking 10 in the goddamn world. When you take away that safety net and you believe in yourself, man, you don't know what you can do. My advice to all you guys, and my advice to even myself, because I'm super terrible at it, is just burn that shit, fucking go for what you want, go for it full speed. If you're giving less than 100% effort, you're investing 10% against yourself, or if you're going 90% effort, you're 10% against yourself that whole entire time. So like I said, burn the ships, invest in yourself. Like I said, live your life to the fullest. Don't play it safe like everybody else does in this life. Thank you guys.